Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Balaram Jayanati.
Hare Krishna, we'll be having Abhishek of God like that, Lord Krishna and Balaram.
Amma. Amma.
गोविन्दमादिपुरुषं नमः भजामि।
चिन्मय सदुज्ज्वल विग्रहस्य गोविन्दमादिपुरुषं तमहं भजामि अद्वैतमच्युतमनादिमनन्तरूपम् आद्यं पुराणपुरुषं नवयौवनं च वेदेषु दुर्लभमदुर्लभमात्मभक्तौ गोविन्दमादिपुरुषं तमहं भजन्त्यतत्त्वे गोविन्दमादिपुरुषं तमहं भजामि एकोऽप्यसौ रचयितुं जगदन्तकोटिम् यच्छक्तिरस्ति जगदन्तचराचरन्ता अन्तरस्थपरमाणुषयन्तरस्थम् गोविन्दमादिपुरुषं तमहं भजामि यद्भाववादितयो मनुजः सदैव सम्प्राप्य रूपमहिमा सयजानभूषा सुप्तैर्यमेव निराकृतिस्तुवन्ति गोविन्दमादिपुरुषं तमहं भजामि आनन्दचिन्मयरसप्रतिभाविताभिः भावीर्येव निजरूपतया कलाभिः गोलोक एव निवसत्यखिलात्मभूतो गोविन्दमादिपुरुषं तमहं भजामि प्रेमाञ्जनश्रितभक्तिविलोचनेन सन्तः सदैव हृदयेषु विलोकयन्ति यं श्यामसुन्दरमचिन्त्य गुणस्वरूपम् गोविन्दमादिपुरुषं तमहं भजामि रामादिमूर्तिषु कदायमेन तिष्ठान् नानावतारमकरोत् भुवनेषु किन्तु कृष्णः स्वयं समभवत् प्रणमामहं गोविन्दमादिपुरुषं तमहं भजामि यस्य प्रभा प्रभवतो जगदन्तकोटिः कोटिषु अशेषवसुधादिविभूतिभिन्नम् तद्ब्रह्मनिष्कलमनन्तमशेषभूतम् गोविन्दमादिपुरुषं तमहं भजामि मायाहि यस्य जगदण्डशतानि सूते त्रैगुण्यतद्विषयमेव विनायमाना सत्त्वावलम्बि परसत्त्वविशुद्धसत्त्वम् गोविन्दमादिपुरुषं तमहं भजामि आनन्दचिन्मयरसात्मयः यः प्राणिनां प्रतिफलं स्मरतां कुबेर्या लीलायितेन भुवनानि जयत्यहस्यम् गोविन्दमादिपुरुषं तमहं भजामि गोलोकनाम्नि निजनाम्नि तले च तस्य देवी महेश हरिधामसु तेषु देवे प्रभामजयेन गोविन्दमादिपुरुषं तमहं भजामि सृष्टिस्थितिप्रलयसाधनशक्तिरेका चारेव यस्य भुवनानि विवर्तितुर्गा इच्छानुरूपमपि यस्य चेष्टते सा गोविन्दमादिपुरुषं तमहं भजामि क्षीरं जटादधिविकारविशेषयोगात् सञ्जायते न निरतः प्रियतस्थितेतो यः सम्भुतामपि तथा समुपैति कार्यात् गोविन्दमादिपुरुषं तमहं भजामि जीवाचिरेव तेजा दीपायते विविधहेतुसमानधर्मा यस्तादृगेव निजविष्णुतया विभाति गोविन्दमादिपुरुषं तमहं भजामि यत्कारणनानवजने भजति स्म योगा निद्रामनन्तजगदन्तसरोमपूर्वा आधारशक्तिमवलम्ब्य परां स्वमूर्तिं गोविन्दमादिपुरुषं तमहं भजामि यस्यैकनिःश्वासितकालमतावलम्ब्य जीवन्ति लोमविरजा जगदन्दनाथा विष्णुर्महान् स इह यस्य कलाविशेषो गोविन्दमादिपुरुषं तमहं भजामि भास्वान्यताश्मसकलेषु निजेषु तेजः स्वीयं कियत्प्रगतायति अपि तत्त्वतत्र ब्रह्माय एष जगदण्डविधानकर्ता गोविन्दमादिपुरुषं तमहं भजामि यत्पादपल्लवयुगं विनिधाय कुम्भा वन्दे प्रणामसमयेश गणाधिराजः विज्ञानविहन्तुमलमस्य जगत्त्रयस्य गोविन्दमादिपुरुषं तमहं भजामि आज्ञेर्महीगगनमम्बुमरुत्तिशेष कालस्तथात्ममनसीति जगत्त्रयाणि यस्माद्भवन्ति विभवन्ति विशन्ति यं च गोविन्दमादिपुरुषं तमहं भजामि यच्चक्षुरेष सविता सकलग्रहाणां राजा समस्तसुरमूर्तिरशेषतेजः यस्याज्ञया भ्रमति संहृतकालचक्रो गोविन्दमादिपुरुषं तमहं भजामि धर्मो न पापनिचयस्तुतयस्तपांसि ब्रह्मादितीरपतलापथयश्च जीवा यत्तत्प्रमात्रविभवप्रकटप्रभावा गोविन्दमादिपुरुषं तमहं भजामि यस्त्वन्यगोपमतवेन्द्रमहोस्वकर्मा कन्नानुरूपबलभाजनमातनोति कर्माणि निर्दहति किन्तु च भक्तिभाजा गोविन्दमादिपुरुषं तमहं भजामि यं क्रोधकामसहजप्रणयादिभीति वात्सल्यमोहगुरुगौरवसेव्यभावैः सञ्चिन्त्य तस्य सदृशं तनुमापुरेते गोविन्दमादिपुरुषं तमहं भजामि श्रियकान्ता परमपुरुषः कल्पतरवो द्रुमा भूमिश्चिन्तामणि गणमयी तोयममृतम् कथागानं नाट्यं गमनमपि श्रीप्रियसखी चिदानन्दं ज्योतिः च आस्वाद्यमपि च स यत्र क्षीराब्धि सरवति सुरभिरश्च निमेषार्थाख्यो वा रजति नभिरत्रापि समयः भजे श्वेतद्वीपं तमहं इह गोलोकमितिरम् विरन्तस्ते शन्तक्षितिविरचाराकटिपये
Can I sing please? Then you can continue.
Somebody has to go that side.
ఏమండి somebody sing Hare Krishna tune. No kirtan should be stopped.
Krishna Balaram, Krishna Balaram. Krishna Balaram, Krishna Balaram. Krishna Balaram, Krishna Balaram, Krishna Bolo Krishna Balaram, Krishna Balaram, Krishna Balaram, Jaya Krishna Balaram. Krishna Balaram, Krishna Balaram. Oh, Krishna Balaram, Krishna Balaram. Krishna Balaram, Jaya Vrindavanadam. Vrindavanadam, Krishna Balaram, Jaya Krishna Balaram. Vrindavanadam, Vrindavanadam, Krishna Balaram, Jaya Krishna Balaram. Rohini Nandan Krishna Balaram. Rohini Nandan Jai Balaram. Rohini Nandan Jai Balaram. Rohini Nandan Jai Balaram. Balaram ji ki Rohini Nandan Jai Balaram. Rohini Nandan Jai Balaram. Yashoda Nandana Krishna Balaram. Yashoda Nandana Krishna Balaram. Yashoda Nandana Krishna Balaram. Krishna Balaram, Krishna Balaram. Yashoda Nandana Krishna Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Shivasari Gaura Bhatta Jaya Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Shivasari Gaura Bhatta Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Krishna Balaram Jaya Krishna Balaram Krishna Balaram Krishna Balaram. One more time. Krishna Balaram 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 Jaya Krishna
All assembled Vaishnavas ki
ఎక్స్టెన్షన్ కార్డు ఉన్నది బ్యాటరీ లోపల हाँ ये लगा दो ये लगा के प्रवीण भाऊ आयुष्मान भाऊ अशीच
हरे नाम संकीर्तन की हरे कृष्ण महामंत्र की यशोमती नंदन गज गुरुनाथन Hare Shri Guru सहितं कृष्ण चैतन्य देवं श्री राधा कृष्ण पादान् सकला ललिता श्री विशाखान्वितांश्च हे कृष्णा करुणा सिन्धो दीनबन्धो जगत्पते गोपेशा गोपिका कान्ता राधा कान्ता नमोस्तुते तप्त काञ्चना गौरी राधे वृन्दावनेश्वरी वृषभानुसुते देवी प्रणमामि हरिप्रिये वाञ्छाकल्पतरुभ्यश्च कृपा सिन्धुभ्य एव च पतितानां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः। जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासादि गौर भक्तवृंद हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे। ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय। ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय।
Everybody, little loud. That anybody going on the road should turn and see what's going on. Immediately come to you. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya.
ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय।
Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya.
ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय।
Narayanam Namaskritya
नारायणं नमस्कृत्य
Naram Chaiva Narottamam
नरं चैव नरोत्तमं
Devim Saraswatim Vyasam
देवीं सरस्वतीं व्यासं
Tato Jayamudhiraye
ततो जयमुदीरये।
Nashtaprayeshu Abhadreshu
नष्टप्रायेषु अभद्रेषु
Nityam Bhagavad Sevaya
नित्यं भागवत सेवया
Bhagavati Uttamaśloke
भगवती उत्तमश्लोके
Bhaktir Bhavati Naistiki
भक्तिर्भवति नैष्ठिकी।
Krishnaya Vasudevaya
कृष्णाय वासुदेवाय
Devaki Nandanaya Cha
देवकी नन्दनाय च
Nanda Gopa Kumaraya
नन्दगोपकुमाराय
Govindaya Namo Namaha
गोविन्दाय नमो नमः।
Namah Pankajanabhaya
नमः पङ्कजनाभाय
Namah Pankajamalini
नमः पङ्कजमालिने
Namah Pankajanetraya
नमः पङ्कजनेत्राय
Namaste Pankajangre
नमस्ते पङ्कजाङ्ग्रे
Namo Mahavadanyaya
नमो महावदन्याय
Krishna Prema Pradayate
कृष्णप्रेमप्रदायते
Krishnaya Krishna Chaitanya
कृष्णाय कृष्णचैतन्य
Namine Gauratvishe Namaha
नामिने गौरद्विषे नमः।
Namo Brahmanyaya Devaya
नमो ब्रह्मण्याय देवाय
Gau Brahmana Hitaya Cha
गौब्राह्मणहिताय च
Jagadhitaya Krishnaya
जगद्धिताय कृष्णाय
Govindaya Namo Namaha
गोविन्दाय नमो नमः।
Namah Om Vishnupadaya
ॐ विष्णुपदाय
Krishna Prashnaya Bhutale
कृष्णपृष्ठाय भूतले
Srimate Bhakti Vedanta
श्रीमते भक्तिवेदान्त
Swami Niti Namine
स्वामिनिधि नामिने
Namaste Saraswati Deve
नमस्ते सरस्वती देवे
Gauravani Pracharine
गौरवाणी प्रचारिणे
Nirvishesha Shunyavadi
निर्विशेष शून्यवादी
Paschatya Deshatarine
पाश्चात्यदेशधारिणे
Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya
जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य
Prabhu Nityananda
प्रभु नित्यानंद
Shri Advaita Gadadhara
श्री अद्वैत गदाधर
Srivasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda
श्रीवासादि गौर भक्तवृंद
Hare Krishna
Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. श्री गुरु दीनकारण श्री परमानंद माधव श्री चैतन्य ईश्वरम ओम पवित्रो पवित्रो सर्वावस्थं गतोऽपि वा यस्वरे कुण्डलीकाक्ष सव्याप्यन्तरं सुषे श्री विष्णु चेतोदर्पणमर्दनं भवमहात्मवाक्यनिर्वापनं श्रेयसैर्वसर्गावतरणं विद्यावधूजीवनम् आनन्दमुदिवर्धनं पूर्णानन्दस्वादनं सर्वत्मसारं विजय श्रीकृष्णसङ्कीर्तनं नाम्नागारि बहुलानि सर्वशक्ति तत्रापि पार्यपिता स्मरेण एतादृशी तव कृपा भवन्महामि दुर्दैवमे कृष्णं जगन्नाथी सुनिचेता करोति सहिष्णुना अमानेन कीर्तनीय सदारे न धनं न जनं न सुन्दरीं कवितां वाचयामि जन्मनीश्वरे भवता भक्तिरहैत कीर्तने Welcome everybody to Bhakti Center Gachibowli. Let's welcome everybody who is new and all the devotees will feel out the reports. Let's also welcome this Radhesham Prabhu. Pray Lord Haribol. So I had called His Grace Prabhu, my dear Guru, to give class today. And Prabhuji asked me, is Balaram Prabhu still in the center? Sorry, is Radhesham Prabhu still in the center? I said yes. He has not only disappeared from the center, but in the city also. I don't know where is he. I don't think he'll appear until because I told him if you come, you will give the class. and it's such a humbling situation for me myself, who has taken always inspiration from His Grace Radhesham Prabhu, right from my beginning of Krishna consciousness. Whatever I'm trying to repeat here, sitting here, is merely maybe a small part of what I've heard from Prabhuji. And with your permission, Prabhuji, I'll try to share something worthwhile. Please correct me anytime. Krishna. Everybody come a little in the front because many more devotees are coming. Please. Shri Radha Gopi Vallabh ki Jai. Shri Jagannath Baldev Subhadra Mai ki Jai. Shri Gaur Nitai ki Jai. Shri Prabhupada ki Jai. Shri Balaram Jayanati Mahamotsav ki Jai. Sometimes this last thought. Sometimes when you know about this little fly which glows, right? Glows. What do you call it? Firefly. So firefly is there in the same room and sun is there in the same room. So I feel like firefly here. and the radiance is elsewhere. But the firefly also gets that radiance from the sun only. And we all have got it from Srila Prabhupada and his books. And now we have several senior devotees here. Please, my humble obeisance to everybody. We're trying to discuss few things about Balaram Ji today. Today is Balaram Jayanati. We'll sing the Pranam Mantra. Everybody can repeat. Namaste Halagraha.
Namaste Halagraha.
Namaste Halagraha.
Namaste Halagraha.
Namaste Musalayudha.
Namaste Musalayudha.
Namaste Musalayudha.
Namaste Musalayudha.
Namaste Revati Kantha.
Namaste Revati Kanta.
Namaste Revati Kantha.
Namaste Revati Kanta.
Namaste Bhaktavatsala.
Namaste Bhaktavatsala.
Namaste Bhaktavatsala.
Namaste Bhaktavatsala.
Namaste Dharanidhara.
Namaste Dharanidhara.
Namaste Dharanidhara.
Namaste Dharanidhara.
Namaste Balanam Shrestha.
Namaste Balaram Shreshtha.
Namaste Balanam Shrestha.
Namaste Balaram Shreshtha.
Pralambare Namastestu.
Pralambare Namastestu.
Pralambare Namastestu.
Pralambare Namastestu.
Ehi Mam Krishna Purvaja.
Dehi Mam Krishna Purvaja.
Ehi Mam Krishna Purvaja.
Dehi Mam Krishna Purvaja.
Please repeat after me. Obeisances to you,
Obeisances to you,
O holder of the globe.
O holder of the globe.
Obeisances to you,
Obeisances to you,
O vendor of the maize.
O winner of the maize.
Obeisances to you,
Obeisances to you,
O darling of Revati.
O darling of Revati.
Obeisances to you,
Obeisances to you,
O kind benefactor of your devotees.
O kind benefactor of your devotees.
Obeisances to you,
Obeisances to you,
O upholder of the earth.
O holder of the earth.
Obeisances to you,
Obeisances to you,
O best of the strong.
O best of the strong.
Obeisances to you,
Obeisances to you,
O enemy of Pralambha.
O enemy of Rama.
Please come to me,
Please come to me,
older brother of Krishna.
older brother of Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna. So today is Balaram Jayanti. So which day is more important? Balaram Jayanti or Krishnastami? You have to select only one. Hare Krishna. Yeah. So what is the difference between Balaram Jayanti and Krishnastami? What do you feel is the difference? Is there a difference? Yeah. For many common people who are not introduced to Krishna consciousness, there is a big difference. A lot of them don't know Balaram Jayanti. Today I sent about Balaram Jayanti in my apartment room. And somebody wrote back to me, did Balaram take birth? Of course Balaram didn't birth. Of course he appeared. A lot of them don't know. But when it comes to Guru Parampara Sampradaya, Balaram Ji represents the Adi Guru. And for us devotees, Balaram Jayanti is equally and sometimes in a way it's more important also than Krishna Janmashtami. Krishna Janmashtami is anyway important because Lord Balaram Ji engages in the service of Lord Krishna. But it's our great honor and pleasure that the same Supreme Personality of Godhead, when he appears as Lord Balaram Ji, as Adi Guru, this day becomes a great day of celebration. Right? And today is the day we took the opportunity to start Nityam Prashad Seva. It's Balaram Ji's Prashad, right? Balaram Ji's Prashad. Today it has gone. And many people have come and taken. Some people stopped their cars, some people stopped their scooters, some people stopped, some people stopped their truck, right? So within 40 minutes, 150 to 200 Drona Prashadam was gone. So which means that everybody is craving for the mercy of God. And one couple just stopped and I asked them to take prashad. They said, today is Balaram Purnima, we are on fasting today. And really, there is a nice center here you can come. They look, oh oh, what is there in this tent? Today we are celebrating Balaram. They said we'll immediately go home, take bath, and bring our entire family here. They should be coming anytime here. So it's a great fortune, Prabhupada and Mataji, that we are able to do this service. Srila Prabhupada explained once there was a discussion between his disciples. Somebody asked, what is the difference between Krishna and Balaram? So Prabhupada, in a very humorous and a very light mode, he said, when Krishna is white, he is Balaram, when Balaram is black, he is Krishna. Mystical, isn't it? When Krishna is white, he is Balaram. When Balaram is black, he is Krishna. There is no difference. Actually, there is no difference. Actually, Balaram is the first primal expansion of Krishna, and he is the Supreme Personality of Godhead. It is we as devotees should not have any different understanding about this. He is the Supreme Personality of Godhead, but in the mood of service. He is in the mood of serving himself in a way, who is the Supreme Personality of Godhead, Krishna. When Balaram is serving Krishna, and all the time he is only thinking of serving Krishna. And Balaram expands himself as everything that is needed to serve Krishna. Our Acharyas explain that we should all serve Krishna, but we should not think we are serving Krishna because we have some skill or expertise or some power. Because skill, expertise and power is given by Krishna only. Right? We should not be proud of it. It's given by Krishna only. Balaramji's specialty is he engages us to use our skill, expertise and power given by Krishna in service of Krishna. Right? So there is one aspect of Balaramji that as a guru, he wants to see us in the right mood to serve Krishna. And one of the things that Balaramji completely doesn't like, or for that matter, any guru in any sampradaya doesn't like, is pride in his devotee. Pride in any of the disciples. That we have something special to do what we are doing. We are simply sitting here to repeat what Acharyas have told. We are simply sitting here to extend what we have been given by our Acharyas. Right? Tell me, how many of us knew that there is something called Vyasasana and classes happen in our lives? Have you seen it anywhere else before coming to ISKCON? There is Peetham. Peetham in every temple. Sharada Peetham, this Peetham. We know about Peethams. But unfortunately, Peethams are most of the time empty. We have not seen that culture. That culture was there at one time. But Srila Prabhupada has introduced this culture to us. Right? Where we all come together, not only hear Kirtan, we also sit here, we discuss Krishna Katha, we sing Krishna Kirtans, we sing the holy names. As a temple, how a temple should be, how Shastra should be kept, how it should be read and repeated. All this is given to us. And who is giving all these things to us? Our Guru is giving all these things. Otherwise, how would we even know? Right? All these things are, first time when I went to ISKCON temple, I did not understand what's going on. The only thing I knew of format of temple is, can anyone guess? A bell. Right? A bell. Right? Of course, there is no harm in having a bell. But that's all I knew. My father used to, when I used to go to the temple, my father would pick me up and I would bang, hit the bell. That was my best moment of my temple. Right? And then he would keep me down, then I would watch, how else can I jump and hit the bell. Then my focus is only on the bell. But now after coming to Krishna consciousness, after coming to ISKCON temples, I have understood why we even ring the bell. Or who is actually hearing that bell and what is the indication you are giving by ringing that bell. And after coming to Krishna consciousness, I am seeing that for the first time at ISKCON temple, I actually saw that a pravachan is going on. There is education being given. There is Shastra being explained. And all this is the mercy of Balaram. Balaram is everything. He is Anantashesh. Through him all the universes are coming. He is Goloka Dham. He is everything that Krishna needs. At one point, Acharya explained that he is the garments of Krishna also. Everything for Lord Krishna's pleasure. He is the fruit of Krishna. He is the garments of Krishna. He is everything and anything we need to serve Krishna is Balaram. And that is the reason. Even our Mridanga we call as Balaram. Right? Because without Balaram, assistance, without his guidance, we cannot do any service to Krishna. It's not possible to do any service to Krishna. So Acharya has very nicely explained, how Balaram guides us. He explains what is the mood of a guru. A guru doesn't teach his disciples to become God. A guru teaches how to serve God. Right? And that is the primary principle that Balaram explains. He himself is God. He himself is Supreme Person of Godhead. And every time Lord Krishna descends on this planet in different avatars, he also comes along. Right? He also comes along. He is always there. Okay, when Narsimha Dev came, where is Balaram? Where is Balaram? Is there Balaram? When Vaman Dev came, where is Balaram? Balaram is there or no? He has to be there. The entire universe is Balaramji. Everything to assist the pastimes is Balaramji. We cannot see Balaramji only as a person. Balaramji is the whole expansion. Everything that is needed to serve Krishna. Right? We know Lakshmanji, when Lord Ram comes, is none other than Balaramji coming to assist Lord Ram. See, when a husband takes a vow to go, of course, husband and wife together have taken a vow that they will be with each other and serve Lord Krishna. So when Lord Ram had to go to Vanavas, Mother Sita, in a way, also is supposed to be going. Or at least, that is her duty, if you look at it that way. But there is no such agreement between brothers. Have you seen one brother going to Vanavas, another brother also obliged to go? It's not there. But still, Lakshmanji cannot stop himself. Right? He has to go. The moment he got to know that Lord Ram is going to Vanavas, immediately Lakshmanji came forward and said, "Brother, I am also coming with you." Right? And did he just go with Vanavas and was relaxing during the Vanavas time? No, he was not. It is explained, Acharya has explained that Lakshmanji never slept only. Right? He was all the time clearing the path for Lord Ram and Mother Sita to walk. And all the time, when they are in Kishkinda, he is preparing, no, not Kishkinda, Chitrakoot. He is preparing the house, he is preparing the hut. He is just assisting Lord Ram and Mother Sita. There is no rest. Actually, rest is needed for somebody who finds enjoyment in rest. But for a devotee, he finds enjoyment in service. Rest is an obstacle. I don't want to rest. I am actually peacefully happy doing service. And that is the spirit that Lakshmanji explains. And what was Bharat Maharaj doing? Was he also serving Lord Krishna? Was he also serving Lord Ram? He was also serving. Right? And what is the message he is conveying to the whole world? By staying outside Ayodhya, living in a hut, sleeping on the floor, eating only roots, like his elder brother is going through Vanavas, he is conveying a message, again as a guru, as expansion of Swayam Krishna. He is conveying a message how we should look at our wealth in this world. The way Bharat Maharaj looked at the wealth in the world, we all Grahastha should look at the wealth in the same way. How was Bharat Maharaj looking at his wealth or the wealth of Ayodhya?
It all belongs to God.
As it belongs to Lord Ram. It belongs to Lord Ram. And this is not for my enjoyment. This is for serving you. Right? This is for serving you. So Bharat Maharaj is teaching us, if we get something in our life, whether it's a house or a land or a wealth or a salary or anything, it belongs to whom? Right? It should be employed in service of Krishna. The moment we get attached to whatever we are getting, that means we are not going to be happy in this world. We are happy only when we engage whatever we get in service of Krishna. Just like Sakya Prem Prabhu and Vagisha Mataji here. Where is Mataji here? That's here. She's somewhere here. They have given these premises that they have, for us to use. They have given it to rent. that please use it. Please use it in Krishna's service. So they become very happy. Isn't it? Yes, we should say Haribol to Varishamal. And Mataji's sister actually came here. For the opening she came here and with the whole family, but unfortunately, Lord Krishna had a different plan and she has gone. She has left her body just very recently, 2 or 3 weeks ago. But she was here at the opening of the center and she was looking at all the pictures, very happy. So let us chant one Hare Krishna mantra for that. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare. Yes. So, we have to employ what we have in service of Krishna. And Balaram Ji is so exemplifyingly showing it. Right? Now, there are few, and actually many pastimes of Lord Balaram Ji, but we'll discuss one or two today and try to get some lessons out of it. Right? Now, in what mode is Balaram Ji serving Lord Krishna? Can anyone tell what is the mode in which Balaram Ji is serving Lord Krishna?
All five lessons.
All the 5 lessons. We heard this from His Grace Gaurang Darshan recently. I'm very happy everybody was attentive that day. Yes, he's serving in all rasa. Shanta rasa, Dasya rasa, Vatsalya rasa, Sakhya rasa, Madhurya rasa. Right? In all the 5 rasas, Shanta, Sakhya, Dasya, Vatsalya, Madhurya. As Madhurya rasa, how is he serving Lord Balaram? Balaram, how is he serving? As one of the Manjaris, assisting, right? Srimati Radharani. Actually, she is the sister of Srimati Radharani, right? He's serving. So all the time, Lord Balaram is looking, how can I serve Krishna? How can I serve Krishna? So there is a beautiful pastime of Pralambasura. We'll discuss a small pastime. Since in the Pranam mantra also there was there. Pralambhare Namaste. Right? So Pralambasura was that fortunate demon who got to lift Balaramji and go also. He got to lift Balaramji to something. Isn't it fortunate, isn't it? Hare Krishna. So demons, they want to always do something that will destroy, this world or destroy the happiness or the normalcy in this world. So Pralambasura also was one of such demons. He wanted to kidnap Krishna. He wanted to kill Krishna. So when he came, I'm going to go a little short in the story. So when he came to kill Krishna, he was trying to say, how can he get into the friends of Krishna, right? Now, enemy who can be seen as enemy is less dangerous than the enemy who cannot be known that is the enemy. Isn't it? It's very dangerous enemy. Malumini that is the enemy. So Pralambasura was that kind of an enemy. He was trying to be more dangerous. And he actually found out which Gopa is not going to come that day, along with Krishna and Balaram. Right? He found out and he disguised himself as that Gopa. And he came to herd cows and bulls. Right? And cows and calves rather, at that time. So he went along with them and he went to the pastures. And then, they was playing. And then, there is always a unique game that is created every day. Every day is a unique game. They come up with a unique game that, okay, today we are going to have a competition between 2 teams. So the captains of the 2 teams are Krishna and Balaram, right? So they said, okay, let's divide into 2 teams and let's have this game. So Pralambasura felt that Krishna is very powerful. So if I go in the team opposite to Krishna, then there is a very big danger, right? I might be beaten. So let me stay on the side of Krishna. So Pralambasura, he joined on the side of Krishna, right? In Krishna's team. And Balaram's team had many others, like that. So they had the game, and Lord Krishna knew what is going on, who is Pralambasura, who is this Gopa, who is looking a little unique. Obviously, Krishna knows everything, right? So Pralambasura is there, he's playing, and Krishna is watching, and they knew that something is going on, and finally Balaram's team won the game. And then what happened? The condition of the outcome of somebody else winning the game is they have to lift the opposite party on their on their back, and they have to go to a certain distance. So that was the game all about. So on Krishna's back, Sridhama came. On Pralamba's back, Balaram came. What a fortunate demon. He had Balaram on his back and he was walking. Because it's Balaram behind. So he was supposed to go to a certain distance and stop there. But then he felt, okay, anyway that I have Balaram, why don't I kill him? Why don't I take him somewhere? It was a very powerful demon. Very, very powerful. So he went all the way to there and then he further went into the forest. It's told that he went so much deep that suddenly Balaram got a doubt that something wrong is happening here. He should have stopped. Our game was only to stop till then. And then he started observing that actually it is not that Gopa. He is Gopa in disguise. He is a demon. Then immediately Balaram became very heavy. Right? It is explained that Balaram became as heavy as Mount Meru. Right? Can you imagine how heavy it can be? And this demon also was not an ordinary demon. See, Chota Mota demons don't go to Krishna Balaram. They have some kind of degree they should have. Some qualification. So he was very powerful. So he was able to bear that weight for some time, but after some time, he understood that he cannot. He is the Supreme Personality of God himself. Right? He can be heavier than the heaviest. Just like Lord Krishna became very heavy when Trinavarta took him up. As a small child, he had to come down and had to fall to death. In the same way, even Lord Balaram became very, very heavy. I'll just take a little detour, that there was this preacher, in America. He was preaching in a class, and he was saying Krishna is the Supreme Personality of Godhead. He can be the heavier than the heaviest, bigger than the biggest. And suddenly one student, very intelligent student, somebody using his mental intelligence, challenged them, saying, "Can God create a mountain that he cannot lift?" Like that he answered. So what do you think is the answer? Can God create a mountain that he cannot lift?
Yes.
Yes or no?
Yes.
Then how is he God? He cannot lift, right? Right? You all don't tell the answer. Huh? Can God create a mountain he cannot lift? Yes or no?
Yes.
See, there is a problem telling yes, there is a problem telling no. But he doesn't know that Krishna is more intelligent than all these questions. Then immediately, the devotee who was sitting there came up with a very nice answer. He said, yes, God can create a mountain, that Krishna can create a mountain that he cannot lift, but Balaram will lift. And Balaram, no, that is not fair. You said God, yeah, Balaram is also God. He can lift. So, everything is answered, when we understand that Balaram is also Supreme Personality of God. So he became so heavy, heavier than a mountain, that nobody can lift. And Pralamba had to keep him down. And then Pralamba started exhibiting his real form. Right? The real form of all, golden kind of colored hair and beard and teeth and very, very holy. And he was very powerful. He was fighting with Balaramji. And Balaramji also gave him a nice, punch. One big punch. He finished. Pralamba Sur is gone. Pralamba ki no. Is gone. Right? Now, Acharya explained who is this Pralamba. Acharya explained that Pralamba represents lusty inclination. Lusty inclination, gross and subtle. Meaning somebody who wants to gross lusty inclination is like sex life in a way, but it is basically lust in the mind connecting to the senses, where you want to enjoy your senses. Right? There is a gross side of lust. And the subtle side of lust is where you want to be recognized, you want to be proud about what you are. Right? That is something very subtle but very, very dangerous. That cannot be removed. That cannot be removed by us. We have to take the assistance of Balaram. See, nobody can defeat Pralamba. Only Balaram could defeat Pralamba. In the same way, these lusty desires that we have in our consciousness, that we have to be recognized, we have to be, honored, we have to be spoken about. All these things, how can you remove it? Right? Some time ago, His Holiness Bhakti Prem Swami Maharaj was here, and he gave a beautiful understanding of how dangerous this creeper is. See, when the creeper is outside, you can cut it and you can keep it outside the garden, right? But pride is such a creeper that grows inside. Inside, you are protecting. For example, you grow a plant and you put a whole fencing and you water that plant, right? And you're watering the plant. And this lusty, creeper, which is pride, grows inside the fence. Where in your devotional life, we become very proud of what we are. And it comes. You start looking for recognition. Oh, what a nice kirtan I sang. Huh? Why did anybody tell me I sang nicely today? So next day you sang even louder until somebody tells. Oh, I agree that you sing nicely. Okay, now I sing normally. You want to be recognized. You have to be recognized. I give a class, I have to be recognized. I do a service, I have to be recognized. Right? I cook something, I have to be recognized. Well, recognition will come. Recognition will come when the Guru is pleased. How is the recognition will come? What is the recognition in bhakti? What is the recognition you get when you do service? More service. Right? If you are getting more service means you recognize that you are serving nicely. If you are not getting any service means there is some problem. Right? People are not seeing the right spirit in you that they are giving more service to you. So our goal should be how we can do more and more service and how we can see that the Guru is pleased. Helps us to understand how to serve. Right? So these very, very powerful senses that we cannot control. We cannot control these senses. They can be controlled only when Guru is pleased. My Shiksha Guru, his grace, Srinivas Acharya Prabhu, once he called me and he said, Prabhu, my senses are troubling me. My senses are troubling me. I don't know, for the last few days I am not feeling that I am able to control my senses. It's very difficult. I have definitely done something that my Guru is displeased, like I was saying. I did not understand. It's a very high philosophy. I said, Prabhu, senses are troubling, we should chant and no, Prabhu. Without Guru's mercy, we cannot control our senses. Like that. And I actually was amazed. We all should remember that, that some things we cannot control unless Guru is pleased. And Guru is pleased when we serve other Vaishnavas nicely. Okay? When we serve Srila Prabhupada nicely, then Guru is pleased. So the only way to control your senses is to serve Krishna, is to serve devotees. And if you do any mistreatment to any devotee, immediately you will see that your senses power will increase. Right? One day night, his Balaram Jayanati called me. I'm sharing. He called me around 11 o'clock or something. We were with each other throughout the day. And suddenly he called me at 11 o'clock in the night. I said, Prabhu, please forgive me. If you have done anything, please forgive me. I said, no, why are you saying like that? We were together all throughout the day. I said, no, Prabhuji, please. I think I have done something wrong. My mind is not in my control. Unless I do some Vaishnava aparadha or unless I have displeased any Vaishnava, this cannot happen. Right? I know it's not in my control, but today I'm really feeling that I'm losing control over it. Right? So, Vaishnavas, when we spend more and more time in devotional life, it's so important for us to know that sense control is not something that we can achieve by ourselves. Mind control is not something that we can achieve by ourselves. They're all pralambas. We cannot kill them. The only way we can kill is by begging, is by serving. Right? Serving our Guru and pleasing the Guru, then our senses will come into control. Otherwise, senses are like serpents, impossible. Nobody can kill. Only Lord Balaram could kill Pralamba. Right? Something that we should learn. And when we are engaged in service 24 hours, then where is the question of, sense control or anything else? In fact, Srila Prabhupada never said our movement is to control senses. He said, what did he say? Is to engage our senses. The more we engage our senses, automatically senses come under control. And especially for grahasthas, most of us are grahasthas here, it's not easy to control senses. Senses are always looking for some kind of enjoyment. We are in that kind of environment where we have to, where things are not in our control. Isn't it? See, in this hall right now, everything is in control, right? Even if I want to become, lustily, I want to think something lusty or I want to think something bad, I have to put a special effort. Isn't it? Yeah, I see Krishna there, Yashoda Krishna, I see Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's pictures, I see Krishna here, there is altar here, all the wonderful devotees are here. How can I get bad thoughts? Right? My chances of getting bad thoughts are little less as compared to when we go to our offices. Right? When we go to our offices or when we are doing our business, we cannot control our senses. Very difficult. I that is why our sadhana and our services should be more. The Rasta should do more service. All the time try to put Krishna in the center. Whichever situation that we get. Remember, Lord Balaram's mercy is there even in our offices. Right? Our office also can become a temple. If you keep spreading Krishna consciousness. Tomorrow in my office, I am giving a lecture on Krishna Janmashtami. So they asked, I should speak on Krishna Janmashtami. I said, okay, I will speak tomorrow. Right? For me, even office is Krishna consciousness. Every Friday, we get to give a lecture on personality development or some development. But our focus is Krishna Bhakti development. So, without any hesitation, when a Grahastha goes outside, right, and he starts speaking about Krishna without any hesitation, right, without any, of course, with time, place, and circumstance, thinking intelligently, present it, people will accept it. We should not be hesitant to give Krishna Bhakti as a service to Balaram Ji, thinking that, sometimes devotees say, no, Krishna consciousness is very difficult to accept. No, Krishna consciousness is not difficult to accept. We are very complicated to accept. That is the problem. We are very complicated. Principles of Krishna consciousness are very simple. What is that? Do Abhishekam, do Pushpa Abhishekam, do the Julan, right? Sing some nice kirtan, hear some discourse, right? And learn about Lord Krishna, Srimati Radharani, Radha Krishna, learn about Balaram, so many festivals, right? And nicely have a feast. We have feast prasadam also, so please don't leave without taking prasadam. It's on the terrace, right? So we all can do Krishna conscious service and easily become Krishna conscious. We don't have to put any effort. And when we preach the message this way, it's easy for everyone to accept. Don't present Krishna consciousness how it is difficult for you. How Krishna consciousness is difficult for you, that you don't go and present. Then you can never bring anybody closer to Krishna. See, in my office, every month there is a Friday. Every month 4 Fridays. So the last Friday of the month we celebrate birthdays of the entire staff. Whosoever birthdays have come on that month, we celebrate. So they bring samosas and kachoris and cake and everything. Right? I can't have it because number one, it's not offered. Number two, it has honor and garlic. So I was thinking what to do. So I did one thing without telling anyone. My staff is also here, so don't go and tell anyone. So what I did, Karthik Prabhu makes very nice samosas, our dear Karthik Prabhu. So he made like 5 samosas that day. I took those 5 samosas. And I went and I started boiling. I went at a time when the head of my boss, who is the head of the office, is sitting in the cafeteria. I felt I should go at this time. So I took my samosas, kept on a plate, I kept in a microwave. He looked like this. What is this fellow doing? He doesn't know that I eat samosas also. Generally we eat prasadam. A lot of people don't know samosas. Prasadam includes pizzas and pastas also. After coming to this car only I am getting to know. But anyway, I boiled those samosas. I was just eating. I never used microwave that day I used. So then I took it out. The smell, the fragrance went easily towards that direction. Immediately it went. Can I have one? I said, you can have 2. So I gave the samosa to him. He had that samosa. And I said, this is more tastier than any samosa I've eaten. Where did you get this from? They said, yes, of course. Our devotee is there. He makes samosa. People take samosa also, prasad. I thought you only eat prasad. So what do you think? Look at me. How am I? You think I became like this just by eating khichdi? We eat lot of things. So I told him, we can get this. So he said, going forward every month, whenever there is birthdays, you order that samosa from the devotee wherever you are getting it. Hari Bol. Right? So these are small little ways in which we can give Krishna to others and we can engage them in the service of Krishna. And Balaram Ji gives us that intelligence. Right? So we'll go to one more small story of Balaram Ji killing another demon. His name is Vivida. Right? Vivida demon. So he is the brother of another demon. Nice brotherly demons, Narkasura. And surprisingly, both this Narkasura and Vivida were also there in Ramayana. They were ministers in the army of Sugriva. And they actually served Lord Rama also in the army. Right? But Acharya explained that they have somehow insulted or not honored Lakshmanji properly. And because of which they had to again come back. And because they have done aparad against the greatest servant of Supreme Lord, the Supreme Lord himself again, they had to appear this time and their consciousness is completely polluted. Right? So Dvita again, because his brother Narkasura was killed by Krishna, he wanted to attack and kill Krishna. And he was a big gorilla kind of a demon, a big monkey. Right? He was going and breaking the trees and mountains and not ordinary monkey that you see. Don't even compare, right? He was very, very powerful. And he was going and literally uprooting the trees and throwing them here and there. And then finally he came to a point where Lord Balaramji was there and he was having his pastimes with his associates. So there, Varuna Devi's daughter, Varuni, she appeared herself as a nice beverage, not like an intoxicant. This beverage was within the four regulative principles. So Balaramji was having that beverage and he was nicely enjoying along with all the gopis, in his association. At that time, this gorilla, this Dvita, he came and he started creating so much nuisance. He started shouting loudly. Loudly he started shouting. How he was shouting, I wrote it down actually. Killa, 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 like that he was saying. Did I sound like a gorilla? Most of the time I was sounding. So killa, 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 I was shouting. And then they looked at, who is this fellow who is creating this kind of noise, disturbing the whole environment. At that time, this fellow felt he is more recognized now. Everybody is looking at me. That's what demons feel. Then he started creating more nuisance. Then suddenly he started showing his private parts to everybody. That's like really insulting. He's going in front of all the Matajis there and showing private parts and like really creating a whole ruckus. And Balaramji saw this too much nuisance is doing. Right? Then he went and gave one nice, punch to Dvita. Nicely. And he gave, Acharya explained, finally he gave the biggest punch on his, he started throwing stones and then he gave a punch on his collarbone. The moment he hit that place, then Dvita also fell flat. But what is the thing that this demon also had the problem with his pride? Right? He became too proud. Actually, while serving in the Suprema's army, he became too proud. I am serving Suprema. Right? In the whole process, he did not understand that the consciousness that we should develop after service is humility. Lot of times, brothers and Matajis, we do service in satsangs also. But after doing the satsang, we start finding faults in others. We start finding faults in. That's not the right mode of service. For example, I'm doing prasadam service. Then you start complaining. Why is nobody coming to serve? Why am the only one serving all the time? Why is the prasadam not coming on time? Why is this? Why is that? Of course, there will be problems in service. But that doesn't give us a license to see faults in others and start speaking ill about others. If you start speaking ill about others in our satsang, then automatically we will lose the taste in, serving devotees. And slowly we will stop coming to satsang. So many times I personally have seen in my small devotional life that a devotee who is complaining all the time, suddenly he disappears. He stops coming. Because how will you find appreciation in serving when you see faults? Right? For example, we are doing abhishekam. Yeah, not everybody knows how to do abhishekam. You have to train people how to do abhishekam. Where to start, how to hold, how to take achman. But if somebody is coming and suddenly, he is not able to do like that, we should have the patience to explain it. But not go and tell, you don't even know this, you don't even know how to learn, have you not this, have you not that? We should be very careful in our dealings with devotees. Because actually, that nature of blaming people or showing people or pointing people is another mark of pride only. That I know how to do it properly. Right? DT worship also. If you are doing DT worship, doesn't give you a good license to tell everybody that you don't know how to worship DT, you have not done like this, you have not done like that. Right? Spend time and teach people how to do DT worship. That is our service. Can you just imagine what all our Siksha Gurus have taught us? How much pain they have taken to teach us each step. We should also take that pain. If you see any fault in a devotee sitting beside you, some place where the devotee is struggling, that means Lord Balaram has given a service to you. And your service is to help him overcome that problem. That is the consciousness we should see. Right? As soon as we see a devotee struggling to chant, what is the first thing we do? Or normally, This Salasya is not even chanting properly. What is this probably like that? Instead of gossiping like that, the mere fact that you could see him not doing properly means Balaramji has given a service to you to help him chant better. Right? As soon as you see anything, any problem in the satsang, take that as a service given by Balaram. And that will be a great lesson to learn today on the Balaram Purnima. That we should not be proud. All these demons became proud of what they are. Right? They became proud and they started committing so many offenses. So many offenses. Right? So Balaramji, one other small pastime from Mahabharata. Right? So you all know the Balaramji's pastime of pulling half of Hastinapur. Know that? Okay, anyway, small version I'll tell you. Is that there was the daughter of Duryodhana, her name was Lakshmana, and there is the son of Lord Krishna, his name was Samba. So Samba wanted to marry Lakshmana, and as a Kshatriya, he went ahead and kidnapped Lakshmana. And as soon as he kidnapped Lakshmana to get married, immediately, the whole Kuru army, Kuru dynasty, we got to know. And who is sitting on the Kuru side? Bhishma, Drona, Karna, Duryodhana, Shatrugni, so many, not Shatrugni, what is it? Dushasana. There's so many, right? They all got to know that he has kidnapped, our princess. Lakshmana is kidnapped. Lakshmana is the name of the Mataji. So immediately they decided that we should go and, save the pride of our Kuru dynasty. So all of them attacked Samba. Actually, Samba cannot be defeated. It's not possible to Samba. It's all pastime of the Supreme Lord. But that actually got defeated. Actually got finally, surrounded by all the Kuru warriors, the great Kshatriyas, Maharathis, Adhirathis. All of them came and they surrounded him and somehow caught hold of him and they took him to Hastinapur. So Samba was in the Hastinapur and this news was taken to Dwarka by a great sage. Can you name who he was? Narad Muni. Narad Muni goes and tells to Ugrasena and Balaramji, Lord Krishna, hey, your prince Samba has been kidnapped. He is kept in the Kuru dynasty, is in the prison house there. You should go and do something. And immediately Ugrasena, how dare the Kurus do this? We'll immediately attack. We immediately attack the entire Kuru army and smash it. Then immediately Balaramji says, no, wait. My student is also there, Duryodhana. I know him well. And I also know the Kurus. So why don't I go and first talk to him. I'll go and first talk to them, get back Samba and Lakshmana, his wife also. I can go and deal with it. So Balaramji went to Hastinapur. And along with Balaramji also went to Uddhava. Right? Along with Balaramji, Uddhava also went. So Balaramji came outside the palace of Hastinapur and then he told Uddhava, can you go and tell them that I have come? I have come to discuss. So Uddhava went first into Hastinapur and he went into the palace. As soon as he went into the palace, immediately Bhishma saw Uddhava and he got up and he paid his namaskar. Uddhava actually almost looks like Krishna. He is a cousin brother of Krishna. Exactly looks like Krishna. And they immediately honored Uddhava. Oh, nice, you have come. So what made you come here? He said, I have come here to tell you that Balaramji is outside. He said, Balaramji is outside? Hey, Balaramji has come here. All the Kuru dynasty came outside. Actually honoring Balaramji. They all came outside and Bhishma came, Duryodhana, Drona, everybody came outside. Dhritarashtra. He came, Balaramji, you have come here. What made you come to our place? We are very happy. They know why he came, but they have to honor Balaramji. Balaramji is such a strong person and he is a supreme personality got it. Of course, their understanding was not like that. But Balaramji was like, okay, you all have come here. So Balaramji said, you can return, our prince Samba, and you want to marry your princess Lakshmana. I have come to take them. You can return. You have kidnapped them, you have kept them as Bandhi. You should not do that. We have come here, and I'm actually trying to stop unnecessary battles that can happen. I'm trying to save you. Please give our prince. The way he spoke, immediately Duryodhana and a few of the Kurus, they got annoyed. Again, what is the biggest anartha that comes before all the four terms? What is the first anartha that comes? Pride. Again the pride came. What does the pride say? What do you mean you are asking to give your prince
your prince is captured by us because he tried to kidnap our princess. And by the way, who do you think you are? We gave you the right to be king in Yadavas. We are the one who are allowing you to be running a kingdom. Like that, they literally showed the entire Dwaraka and the whole Yadava dynasty in a very lowly fashion. Because they wanted to make that kind of statement. If you read Bhagavatam, there is much more the conversation. So they spoke like that, and they said, no, we are not going to give anybody. You have come here, we have come here to honor you. Doesn't mean that we are going to accept those kind of statements. We are the ones because of which you are able to rule Dwarka, and we are allowing you to be what you are. Like that, we went ahead and told, and they all left Balaramji there outside, and they went into their palaces. Right? They just returned back as if there is no need to speak more. So what did Balaramji see in all of them? Pride. Again, he saw some pride. As soon as he saw that pride, immediately Balaramji, he understood that I have to remove this pride. Right? And immediately ordered Mother Ganga to, literally start pouring out the water and raise her levels. And then he took his plow, he hit on the ground on the Hastinapur, and he literally pulled the entire city along with him towards Ganga. And they are sitting in Hastinapur, suddenly buildings, everything is shaking, photo frames are shaking. Hey, what is going on? They realize that the city is moving. Right? City itself is moving. Can you imagine? I mean, only the Supreme Personality of Godhead can do that, right? If anybody wants to claim that is God, ask him to move his body first. And then something else along with his body. What can you move? But Supreme Personality of Godhead is just moving the entire city towards Ganga. Immediately Ganga Putra is running and coming out. Say, hey, wait, my Hastinapur, please don't take it. Please, we pay our pranam, we forgot who you are. We have committed the offense of speaking in such an insulting way. Please forgive us. Here is your prince along with our princess. please take Samba and Lakshmana to your kingdom. Like that. So Balaramji plays such kind of role, where sometimes he exhibits his strength also. Right? In Vrindavan, he is not exhibiting his strength. In Vrindavan, he is just another Gopa playing with Krishna, is nicely assisting in the pastimes of Krishna. But sometimes when it comes to Mahabharata, in the times of Mahabharata, it shows that quality also. Right? In one such incident again, I'll end with this last pastime, very instructive pastime, is when Balaramji, just before the war started, right, Balaramji decided that I better go to pilgrimage. Because see, Krishna and Balaram, if they are in a war, is there any meaning to that war? There is no meaning to that war, isn't it? If Krishna removes Sudarshan, everybody is surrendered there only. Isn't it? So Krishna also told, I will not use my weapons in the war. Now Balaramji, if he comes into the war, will there be any war? There cannot be any war, isn't it? Just imagine Balaramji is standing on the opposite side along with Pandavas. What do you think Krishna will say? Your single plow has taken half Hastinapur. Why does it war? There is no war. So it's a pastime that to assist Krishna in the pastimes, in his pastime, Balaramji makes a decision that he will go on a pilgrimage. He goes on a pilgrimage. Right? And he goes to different places. Actually, with your permission, on this auspicious day, I would like to read a page from Krishna book, Srila Prabhupada's words, right? Of Balaramji going on this pilgrimage. Should we do that? Can you all listen for a few minutes? This is chapter 78, chapter 77, right? And here, in between, I'm reading from here. Please hear attentively. These are the words of Swayam Srila Prabhupada, this translation of Srimad Bhagavatam 10th Canto. Once upon a time, Lord Balaram heard that an arrangement was being made for a fight between the two rival parties in Kuru dynasty, one headed by Duryodhana and the other by the Pandavas. He did not like the idea. He tried to act as mediator to stop the fighting. Finding it impossible and not wishing to take an active part on behalf of either party, he left Dwarka on the plea of visiting various holy places of pilgrimage. He first of all visited the place of pilgrimage known as Prabhas Kshetra. What is Prabhas Kshetra here? Where is Prabhas Kshetra now? Jagannath Puri? Dwaraka. Yes. He took his bath there and he pacified the local Brahmanas and offered oblations to the demigods.
Pitas, great sages, and people in general in accordance with the Vedic ritualistic ceremonies. That is the Vedic method of visiting holy places. So here, Balaram is teaching us how to visit a holy place. What did he do? Let me read it again. He took his bath there. How many of you go to a holy place and take bath there? We should do that. When we go to Tirupati, right, we should go to that kund on the top. Have you seen the kund on the top? On the Pushkarani? How many people have taken bath there? See, actually this culture is going. We should bring back that culture. Is go there and take bath. Because that's a very, very holy place. Just beside the, what is the other temple? Varaswamy temple. The one who has given the whole land on lease to Venkateshwara Swami. Right? So he has, there is a beautiful kund there. You should. So, Srila Prabhupada is telling, he took his bath there, then he pacified the local brahmanas and offered oblations to the demigods. So all the devatas, Kshetrapalas there. And then Pitas, meaning doing Pinda Pradhan in the holy place is a very good auspicious activity. Recently we all went to Ujjain, almost 110 of us went to Ujjain. And some of us did Pinda Pradhan there. Who all did Pinda Pradhan? Yeah, some of us went there in Ujjain, beside the river. It was a great experience, right? Doing Pinda Pradhan in the holy places. We should always do that. So our ancestors were very happy. Then great sages and people in general, in accordance with the Vedic ritualistic ceremonies. That is the Vedic method of visiting holy places. After this, accompanied by many respectful brahmanas, he decided to visit different places on the bank of the river Saraswati. He gradually visited such places as Prutudaka, Bindusara, Tirthakupa, Sudarshana Tirtha, Vishala Tirtha, Brahma Tirtha, and Chakra Tirtha. Besides these, he also visited all the holy places on the bank of the Saraswati river, running towards the east. After this, he visited all the holy places on the bank of Yamuna and on the bank of the Ganges. Thus, he gradually came to the holy place known as Naimisharanya. Right? He came to Naimisharanya. Now, what happened in Naimisharanya? You all should. How many have this book? Okay, how many don't have this book? If you don't have this book, today is the best day to take this book. Right? Where is Subara Prabhu? Subara Prabhu is here, our book distributor. So Subara Prabhu has already made a note who doesn't have this book. Right? So please take this book. This is a very nice day to take this Krishna book. And every day you can read. You can read the Krishna passage. Srila Prabhupada, the way he translated this book is just like a storybook. You can read the entire Srimad Bhagavatam, lessons of Srimad Bhagavatam, 10th canto from this book. Right? The same Leela that we are going to discuss now. They are all there in this book. So how many here want to take this book? Lift your hand. It is only 5,000 rupees. Yeah. How many want to take? Please lift your hand. You want to make sure so much stock is there. Yes, please. Everybody who doesn't have this book, take this book. This is the book that will take us back home, back to Godhead. Hari Bol. Right? So, Balaramji, he went to Naimisharanya. And when he went to Naimisharanya, he saw that nice Bhagavad Gita is going on. Right? And there is a great sage called Romaharshana Sutta. He was sitting on the Vyasasana and he was giving the Bhagavad Gita. And who is Romaharshana Sutta? He is the disciple of Vedavyas, not ordinary person. Vedavyas doesn't take anybody in his classroom. We can't go and get a paid seat in Vedavyas' room. You have to have some kind of qualification to be a disciple of Vedavyas. And he got all that knowledge from Vedavyas, but you have to observe something. Right? Just merely getting knowledge is one thing. Serving Guru nicely and getting the mood of Guru is another thing. But even though he was a disciple of Vedavyas, he got pride. Right? And as soon as he got pride, Guru will come to crush that pride. Right? So Romaharshana Sutta was sitting on the Vyasasana. Balaramji came on his pilgrimage, he came and he saw. As soon as Balaramji came, everybody got up and paid obeisances to Balaramji except one person. Who is that person? Romaharshana Sutta. As soon as he did not get up, he sat on the Vyasasana. Actually, I have seen this culture after coming to Krishna consciousness. I am able to observe this culture more and more. Whenever any senior devotee or sannyasi comes, immediately, even though you are sitting on the Vyasasana, pay obeisances. Right? And if it needs, you can get down and pay obeisances. I have seen it once. I was in New Vrindavan and it was, I think, Mother's Day weekend. And there one very nice sannyasi in that moment, as well as Radhanath Swami Maharaj was giving a class. And then he saw that there is another very serious sannyasi. This one is Bhakti Sundar Maharaj, if I am right. Please forgive me if I am. No, Vatsana Maharaj was already there. So he entered the temple, and we were almost like 700 people sitting in the temple hall, fully packed. And Maharaj was giving the class. And as soon as Bhakti Sundar Maharaj came inside, he looked at the class, he paid obeisance to the deities, and then he turned. And Radhanath Swami Maharaj did not see actually, because he was. And suddenly it was that Bhakti Sundar Maharaj immediately got down from the Vyasasana, and he paid, Pancha Kalpata, like offered his obeisances, and then stood up and Bhakti Sundar Maharaj, no, please continue like that. He said, first time in my life I was seeing this kind of reciprocation between sadhus. I never seen that. After coming to ISKCON, I'm seeing that kind of awe and reverence is given when seniors come, right? And all that is being explained through this pastime here, where Balaramji exemplifies the aspect of honoring the Guru, right? So Balaramji, as soon as he came inside, there was no honor shown, and he was sitting and continuing the class as if nobody came. Now he is a Brahman, and he is supposed to give Brahma Vidya, and he doesn't know that the whole source of entire Brahman is standing in front of him, personified. This is Lord Balaramji, and he has no respect for that. So what is the use of getting all this Vidya if you are not able to find appreciation and respect for the Guru and the Parampara, right? So he didn't do it in any respect. Immediately Balaramji, as a lesson for the ages to come, as a very, very exemplifying lesson, he took a kusha grass and he threw it on, he just put it on Romarjuna, and Romarjuna got killed. Right on the spot there, he died. Right? So a lot of people sometimes get confused with how can Balaramji kill somebody sitting on Vyasasana? Is a Brahmana, is it not Brahmana Hatya? Like that they speak, right? A lot of people with a lot of normal people, they question why the pastime happened, but they never question how the pastime happened. Right? How is also important. Can anybody kill anybody here with kusha grass? Huh? Can you imagine? I'll give you 2 kusha grass, throw on me. No, it's not possible. Only the Supreme Personality of Godhead can do such things. So you have to understand that when something extraordinary is happening by killing somebody with kusha grass, something else extraordinary is also being taught by killing a Brahman in that situation. Don't judge a pastime by looking only one side of it. Look at the holistic aspect. The whole pastime was divine. Janma karma kame evam yo iti tattvata petya devam punarjanma naiti mamya. You have to understand that the appearance, activities of the Supreme Lord when he comes, even as a Guru, what he does is divyam. You have to understand why he did that. He wanted to convey a message that you have to honor the Supreme Personality of Godhead. You have to honor the Vyasasana by honoring the senior. Somebody like Swayam, Guru is coming, you should immediately honor. So this he was teaching. Now you should not repeat this pastime. The pastimes are for a certain purpose. You have to see what is the essence being taught there. Sometimes in Supreme Lord's pastimes, a very, very a strong lesson is given. A strong lesson comes out of it. You don't have to repeat the activity itself. You have to understand the lesson first. Right? You have to understand the lesson. And you have to make sure that you follow that lesson for the rest of your life. It's not that, somebody senior is, somebody is giving class, and some senior came, they did not pay me, so he'll go and give Kusha Gross probably from Pekos. That's not the point. Right? You have to understand that you should pay obeisances on some senior things. Actually, Rajam Prabhu is here, I am being very humbled. Even to repeat this pastime, Prabhuji, I've learned and heard all these pastimes from Prabhuji's lectures. So, we should understand the lessons out of the pastimes of these great devotees. Right? When Supreme Personality of Godhead does this pastime, do the lesson. For example, Ajamila, in his Ajamil pastime, he chanted Narayana at the end of his life. Right? And he got a second chance to deliver himself back to Godhead. Right? Now, does it mean we all wait for the last minute and only then chant Narayana's name? No, it is giving us a lesson that we should chant Narayana's name wherever we are, wherever we are. Like Parikshit Maharaj also got to know that in 7 days he has to go away. Did Did he take Ajamil's example and say, okay, seventh day I will chant Narayan? No, he said, no, I want to use the remaining 7 days here in Srimad Bhagavatam. Right? So you have to understand how to use these pastimes in our life. Right? And how to understand these pastimes. I'll end with clearing some notions people have about Balaramji. Because of some TV serials we watch and limited knowledge that we have, sometimes people don't understand the pastimes of Balaramji. Can anybody ask any controversial thought or any mixed emotion you carry about Balaramji, why he behaved in that way?
Prabhuji, at the time when Bhim was fighting with Duryodhana, Balaramji criticized Bhima that why are you hitting him below the waist? So at that point, I'm trying to understand.
Yeah. You can just repeat the question.
So, Prabhuji, I wanted to understand the pastime when Bhim was fighting with Duryodhana at the end of Mahabharata war, and Balaramji criticized Bhim that why are you hitting him below the waist, which was not allowed as a rule.
Yeah.
So, that was shown in the Mahabharata.
Mahabharata also, right? Star Plus also, DD also, everywhere also.
That thing I wanted to understand.
Now you should understand, yeah, very nice question. How many have this question? Everybody? Oh, many people don't have. That's amazing. I had this question for many years. After coming to ISKCON only, I got to know the answer. So, you should understand that service to God has to be seen in how we are pleasing the God. And Balaramji's total focus is to please God. So, sometimes to please God, a devotee can also appear like enemy of God. Right? Can you tell me of any devotees who appeared like enemy of God? For the pleasure of God? Hiranyakashipu, Hiranyaksha, Ravana, Gandhavatra, Shishupala. He was not. Okay, anyway. So there are different rasas. In Veera rasa, you can also become enemy of God. Balaramji was catering in a different another rasa where he is supporting the enemy of God. Just to increase the rasa in the pastime. Right? The rasa in the pastime. So Balaramji many times he does some things that appear as if, why is he behaving like this? He is going against Krishna. But if nobody goes against Krishna, then where is the masala in that? Right? So when Balaramji wanted to marry Subhadra to Arjuna, immediately Balaram said, why not Duryodhana? Duryodhana is my Shishya. Now why does Balaramji have to, I'll just go a little back. Why do you think Balaramji has to teach Duryodhana mace fight? Anybody tell? Duryodhana already got his postgraduate PhD on mace from Dronacharya. Why another specialization is needed? See, scriptures explain that Bhima was very powerful. Bhima was very strong. Actually, one lapa on Duryodhana will die. That much strong he was. Very strong. Duryodhana's strength was not as much as Bhima. Remember that Bhima was strong. Of this there is no doubt. There is nobody on the planet who can fight with Bhima. Not even Duryodhana. Now, for the Mahabharata war to happen, some rasa has to come, right? So he has to be given some extra training. So Balaramji became a mace guru for Duryodhana. He said, okay, you learn mace now. It is that way, the fight will happen for some time. You like to see fight for a long time, right? Just imagine, I don't know, I'm not recommending you to see boxing. But in boxing, when Mike Tyson, used to do boxing in those days, a lot of people would say, I will not go to that fight. Because the bell will ring, before even and people would say, let us see, that fellow is already gone. We call that what knockout fight, this is called, right? Only one punch, khatam, finish. Like that. So just imagine a Mahabharata war where Duryodhana will come, मैं तेरे को देख लूँगा, and top will fall down. Over, where is the masala in that? So Balaramji actually trained Duryodhana to at least become something good so he can face Bhima in that war, right? In a different way. Yeah. And also, just to add the whole pastime of kidnapping of Subhadra by Arjuna, he also presented Duryodhana in front of them. And talking about why Balaramji got angry, of course, that is also a pastime where he wanted to show that anger. First of all, if Balaramji would have participated in that war of Mahabharata, there is no war only. There is no question of anyone. That's the reason he sided himself and went on a pilgrimage. And now he returns from pilgrimage at the time when Duryodhana is being killed. Now Duryodhana, of course, there are many reasons why Bhima hit Duryodhana below the waist. One is he was, he told that bring, Draupadi, Mata Draupadi, and keep her on my lap. As soon as he told that, Bhima told, I'll break that lap. They have that pride. And actually, I don't know the full detail, but I heard in a discourse by senior devotee that Duryodhana insulted some sages also. Some sages came, he hit his thigh and tried to behave in a very arrogant way. And even the sages also, cursed him that the very thigh that you are beating to show your promise, your strength, the thigh will be the reason for your death. Breaking of the thigh will be the reason for death, like that. This is not covered in the TV serial. What to do? Only 60 episodes, how much can they show? So there are many more things that happened. And by the way, Bhima was actually fair in fighting that war, along with Duryodhana. But at one point he understood that the war is not happening fair. It is not a fair war. Because he was using the strength of Gandhari's, blessing, of the whole kavach that he got. So there was nothing fair about it. At one point, Lord Krishna always helps, his devotees, Name Bhakta Pranashati, every situation. That, okay, now is the time you don't have to follow this rule. Because he has already broken the rule. Right? He has already come to the war with a kavach that you cannot see. And he is trying to pose as if he has come to you to fight in a normal way. And you are fighting in a normal way. So the direction came and he hit that Janga. And at that time Balaram comes. And because he trained that warrior, he is like, you should not have done this fight with him like this. But that's also a pastime to add that flavor to the Leelas of Krishna. Right? So that is the reason we cannot understand some pastimes of Balaramji, especially in Mahabharata, where he appears as if he is objecting. At the same time, he is actually there only to enhance the pastimes of Lord Krishna. Did I answer your question?
Yes.
Yeah. So there are many. Always remember one thing. When acharyas are told that Balaramji is Adi Guru, we have to understand how to understand this aspect rather than thinking why and how could he do something like that. Why did he do? And we should understand the essence. And when we keep that outlook, we'll start learning the right lessons from every activity of the Supreme Lord. Like that. So any other questions or we'll wrap up?
The same way like the Bhishma was also serving Krishna
Yes.
against him.
Yeah, very nice example. Roli is giving. Even Bhishma, as a service as a devotee, what did he do? He went on the opposite side. And he was serving Krishna from the opposite side. Very nice point, Roli. Yes, very good. Yeah. So we don't have to be on the opposite side. Be the side only. You are great devotees. You don't have to go and say, I'll do something against ISKCON and wait for Krishna to come and deliver. We have to serve here nicely. And so I want to share something nice. There was this one calf in our in my Goshala, and it was Kalindi, and she got paralysis 2 months ago. Suddenly she got paralysis, and both her legs, front legs, were paralyzed. And doctors told there is no hope, and it's very difficult for a cow to survive if she cannot walk. And we all devotees were praying. Some of the devotees, in a close circle, they were all praying that something should happen. Slowly, we got a machine to lift it and did all that. And today on Balaram Jayanati day, she could get up herself and walk. Prayer, power of prayer is so much, right? That just by praying, we can help any living entity get uplifted. And I also want to encourage everybody who has come here to serve Srila Prabhupada by following the instructions of Srila Prabhupada, by distributing the books of Srila Prabhupada, by distributing what we have learned to the whole world, and by distributing prasadam. Right? Now we have a Nitya Prasad Seva that is happening in front of the road there. Today we thought it will take at least 2 hours or more to distribute. 40 minutes the prasadam disappeared. Completely gone. Now we are wondering how much to cook. So I think it's a very small way we have started. It is 1600 rupees per day. That's hardly anything, right? So I'm sorry to say hardly anything. At least for I think most of you are from IT field here, so I can dare to say that's hardly anything. And most importantly, to do this service, some devotees from the youth center have come forward and have taken the responsibility to execute it. Executing it is very difficult, you know. So daily cooking, prasadam for at least 150 plus dronas, nice hot prasad, offering it to Radha Krishna, Radha Madan Mohan, and keeping a book table there and serving the prasad every day from 6 to 8 p.m. Nobody going on the street will go hungry. They all get at least some prasad. At least some prasad. So, you know, we all, at least I can see around 200 people here. You know, if I add your children and your parents, then already prasadam is sponsored for the next 4 years. So please come forward and sponsor this. And most important thing, more than sponsoring, I request all of you to experience the joy in serving. Please come here. That is the special day that you have in your life, right? You can meet Sai Kumar Prabhu. Where is Sai Kumar Prabhu? Is he here? He was here sometime, right? So, or you can come to the youth center here on the top. Is here? Okay. You can come to the youth center here on the top. There is Mahaprabhu, Chaitanya Prabhu, or any devotee there. Just tell that you want to serve prasadam. And they will tell you where to, give the amount of grocery, whichever it is. And they will cook for you. You can come here at 6 o'clock, along with your whole family, stand on the road and serve the prasadam to everybody who comes. That will give you so much happiness. Much, much more happiness than giving any gift. Buying anything with plastic, right? Giving or treating anybody there. You can tell your friends also to come. See, it is my birthday. I am serving prasadam there. Can you all come? I want to serve you there. They can come here. You can serve them also. And you can encourage everybody to come. Of this, there is no doubt that prasadam service will continue here for eternity. It will happen. Of this, there is no doubt. But you should be part of it. And we should be part of it. Don't treat it like something that we are giving for it to happen by itself. No. We want to give money. At the same time, we want to be there to serve. Try your best. I know it's a working day. For most of you cannot come on a working day. But Praveen Prabhu and Puja Mataji, they came here today. Prabhuji himself came down and he was serving for his son Aryan. Is Aryan Prabhu here? I think it's the children of one. Yeah. So, so they were serving prasad. So he has set that bar already high. He has come with the entire family and has served. And his brother Rajesh Prabhu was also here to serve the first, prasad of this initiative. So I encourage everybody to do this service. And these services are given by Lord Balaram to all of us. Lord Balaram Ji ki Jai! Hare Krishna. So now we have the Julan here. And now we have the petals. Are the flower petals ready? Hare Krishna. Are they ready? So we'll take the flower petals here. So I'll say 5 members at a time can come and take the petals and start doing Pushpabhishek of the Lordships here and go and pull the Julan and then you can go up and have prasad. Okay? If one person comes, it will take a lot of time. That's what I'm saying. Come here a batch of 5. Preferably first Matajis, let all the Matajis first come. Then after that, Prabhujis can go and you can do Pushpabhishek of Shri Radha Gopi Vallabh. They are already on the Julan. Today is the last day of Julan. And by the way, there is Janmashtami also coming. So please, come to the center on 7th. On 7th of September, Janmashtami are celebrating here. Till night 12 o'clock, we'll celebrate and the Aarti will happen at 12 o'clock in the night. Right? So please come, we have a lot of dramas also planned. Srila Prabhupada ki Jai! Balaram Ji ki Jai! Right. Namaste
Jai
भगवान की जय, शिरोमणि प्रहलाद महाराज की ऐसी भक्तिवेदांत स्वामी श्री प्रभुपाद की जय, गुरुदेव की ऑल assembled devotees की जय, गौर प्रेमानंद जय, हरे कृष्णा. So let us thank all the Matajis and Prabhujis who have come here for the last 5 days in the afternoons, decorated the Julan and made the Julan Yatra happen for all the 5 days in such a nice, glorious, nice way. Let us thank them heartful thanks by 3 loud Haribol. Really appreciate it because it's a working day. All the days were working days. Still everybody came, and some of you also performed kirtans by coming here every evening, encouraging each other, and we together could do it. And today we are finishing the Julan Yatra. Today is the last day of Julan Yatra. But let the Lord Sri Radha Krishna, Radha Gopi Vallabh always swing in our hearts, and we always swing them and serve them in all the best ways. And there will be Janmashtami celebrations in many communities. Please eagerly go and serve in those communities. We devotees should be in the front to take up services. Wherever Janmashtami is happening, it is also going to happen here on 7th, but it is also happening in many communities on 6th, also happening on 9th and 10th. Wherever you are, whichever temple it is, go there and take up a big service. Money is not the only thing that we have to put for service, it's our time and effort. So let's go and serve by serving Lord Sri Krishna on Janmashtami. So let the Kirtan continue so everybody can go and do the Pushpa. Hare Krishna. All Prabhujis can start coming in a line and offering the flower petals. Can somebody hold the flower petals and Atma? Hare Krishna.
Can he sing?
Yeah.
It's another project.
बरं होते अरे ओम ले ओम లైట్ రాకింది
ఉంటారు కదా ఏం కాలేదు
లైన్
కేక్ ఉందా ఏయ్ కేక్ చేస్తున్నారు బర్త్డే
वही करते
अरे बेटा